Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So if you want to see how I got my makeup done in 15 minutes, you gotta keep watching. So first I'm going to do my brows. I always do my brows first. I don't know why. I feel like if I have my brows on and I don't have enough time to do the rest of my makeup, I still look decent when I go outside. So here I'm using a Morphe brush, so it has an angled brush on one side and then a spoolie on the other side. And I'm using my Aesthetica brow contour kit. So what I like to do is brush through my brows first, and then I will apply the brow wax that comes in the kit. And then I'll take one of the darker colors and start underlining the bottom part of my brow. So just depending on the makeup that I'm wearing determines how I'm going to do my brows. So with today's makeup look, I'm not doing much shadow. I think I put one shadow on my lid. So I want a softer brow today. And then with any leftover product, I will run it through my brows and then also on the top part of my brows. The top part of my brows, they're pretty full, so I don't have to do much, but towards the end I do have little gaps, so I do need to fill in the tail part of my brow. And then just remember to brush that product through your brow hairs, and that way it doesn't look so harsh. So this brow, it always gives me trouble. It's a lot different from the other brows, so I do have to take my time with this one. I try and get my brows as even as possible, but just remember that brows are sisters and not twins, so they don't have to be identical. So again, I'm just underlining the bottom part of my brow and then just working the rest of that product into the brow. And I don't do much with the front of my brows. They're pretty full already, so I'll just start underlining a little bit from the beginning of my brow and then just kind of brush that product through the front. So like here, I'm just like barely putting any product or whatever is left over towards the front of my brow. And then just remember to brush through those hairs. My brows always take me the longest time. Some days I have good brow days and other days I don't. Guess it just depends on what they want to do. So next, I think I'm going in with some concealer. Just depending on the days. Some days I don't like clean up my brows. It kind of depends again on which type of look I'm going for. But this day I am, and I'm using just a little bit of concealer. I don't use much, and for the top part of my brows, I just take whatever is left over and just clean up the top part of my brows. I do need to pluck and wax, so they're not looking the best right now, but that's okay. And I think this concealer brush is from Crown Brushes, if I'm not mistaken. So again, just taking that leftover concealer and putting it on the top part of my brows. And then just trying to clean up the bottom. One of my brows is like lower than the other, so I try and get the arches to look the same. And it took me so long to figure out how to actually fill in my brows properly. I don't know if I'm doing the best job, but I mean, it works for me. Another thing that you can do if you're having trouble with your brows is if you outline them with concealer first and then go ahead and fill it in with your brow product. Some days I do that, and some days I go straight in with the brow product and then I'll clean it up with concealer. But I find that having that concealer already placed, it gives you kind of like a map for your brows, and that way you don't use too much product or take it down too far. Just checking them out, make sure they look good. And then just taking a little bit more concealer. I think I took the brow powder down a little bit too far on that side, so I'm just trying to clean it up. Brows always got to be on point. And if you hear anything in the background, that's Louis snoring. And next I'm using my Essence Brow Gel. I think it's called Make Me Brow. And it's in, I think the middle shade, which is called Brownie. I'll leave everything down in the description box. I don't have anything in front of me right now, so I'm kind of going off of memory. But I really do like this setting gel. And now I'm going to prime my face, so I'm using my Pixi Flawless Beauty Primer just to give me some extra glow and hydration. And I am on the hunt for a new primer, so if you guys have any recommendations, leave it down in the comments. And I don't use too much primer, I don't need that much. And of course, I have to use some facial spray. And for foundation, I'm actually using my It Cosmetics CC cream. So on days where I don't have enough time, I like to use a CC cream. It's just easier to blend. I mean, all the foundations that I use are easy to blend, but I find that if I'm in a rush, my CC cream always looks good no matter how long I take to put it on. And I'm just using a damp Real Technique sponge. And I'm not looking for like full coverage today, so that's why I like the CC cream. And I'm just taking that over my eyelids as well. And then a little bit more on the forehead. It's always funny to see like those videos where everyone's like, oh, well, I can do my makeup in 5 minutes or 10 minutes. And then the video is actually like 20 minutes long. And I'm like, there's no way that you can do all this makeup in 5 minutes or less than 5 minutes. And then also a lot of people like edit their videos. So in this video, I decided not to edit anything out. So this is normal speed. I didn't edit anything out. But here I'm going in with my Ulta Beauty Full Coverage Liquid Concealer. And I think I'm using the color medium warm or warm medium. So I used this concealer in my last video and I actually really love it. I just need to pick up a lighter shade for highlighting. But it does a good job covering my dark circles. And I hope this video isn't boring. Like I said, I did not want to edit anything out because I want to show you guys that I really got this makeup done in 15 minutes. So just grab a little snacky snack. And then just rubbing that leftover concealer over the rest of my face to kind of even out my skin tone. And then I'm taking my Maybelline Fit Me Set+Smooth pressed powder. I'm using my my blending sponge to work that powder under my eyes and on my lids. And then I think I'm going to go in with a fluffy brush to set the rest of my face. And I'm doing a super light set with powder today. And this brush, I believe it's a Luxie brush. And I got this in one of my Ipsy bags. I don't remember which month, but it did come in one of the Ipsy bags. And I said that I'm lightly setting my face, but it's taking me like 5 minutes to apply powder. So next I'm going in with my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. So I love this bronzer just on a very natural, minimal makeup day. It looks amazing, and then you can also build this bronzer up. And then it smells good, by the way, too. So I'm just adding a little bit of color back to my face, up into my hairline, and I do drag my makeup down to my neck because I want my face and my neck to match. And then for blush, this is an e.l.f. brush, and I think it's in the color Peach. But like I said, I will put all of the products I use, names, down below in the description box. So just depending on the day, I may or may not use blush, but I always use bronzer and highlighter. And then going back in with that fluffy powder brush just to blend everything together. So next I'm going in with highlight, and I love my Becca Champagne Pop. And this one, I think this is another Luxie brush that I got in one of my Ipsy bags. So even on those light makeup days, I still got a glow. No doubt about it. But not too much. And then just going over my highlight with my damp Real Technique sponge. Because sometimes I can get a little heavy-handed with highlighter, I'm not gonna lie. So for the eyes, I'm just taking MAC's Soft Brown with a fluffy Sigma brush, and I'm just popping that color into my crease and then just blending it out. So I do take it down on my lid just to blend it out, but I want some type of shadow for this look today. And you guys can do whatever you want. So if you want to apply like a lid color, go ahead and do that. But I just need something to give my eyes a little bit of definition. And it only takes a couple minutes to do, and you look like you put in some effort. And then I'm also taking that color down on my lower lash line just to balance everything out. And soft brown is pretty much my go-to color for everything. So I'm gonna take my highlighter. So it looks like I edited this part out, but actually my camera just stopped recording. So what I did was took an angled brush and applied Champagne Pop to my inner corners. And then I think I applied it to my brow bone as well. But it was only just like maybe 30 seconds of me trying to get the camera recording again and then make sure it was back in focus. So I went ahead and curled my lashes, and now I'm applying my mascara. So I'm using the new Benefit Bad Gal Bang mascara, and I don't know how I feel about this. It's really watery and liquidy. It's a really wet mascara. So if you don't like that, then you will probably not like the Bad Girl Bang. So I've been using this for a couple days, and I'm just thinking like maybe the more I use it and the more like the formula starts to dry out, it will work a little bit better. But what you can also do is take your mascara wand and kind of scrape some of the product back onto the tube if you have too much. So I find that that works better, but there's always so much product on that mascara wand. But I really do like the mascara. It's really, really dark. It lengthens and gives my lashes some volume, but it is a little hard to work with. So if you can see here, I'm just taking my spoolie and kind of brushing through my lashes because that product is so wet, my lashes started to clump together. So this was before I realized that I need to scrape some of that product off before I use it. And now I've been just dipping once, scraping off the product, and using that same wand on both eyebrows, so I don't, or not eyebrows, both lashes, so I don't go back in and dip again. I have more than enough product to coat both eyes multiple times. So hopefully the formula will start to dry out the more I use it, because I really like this mascara, and it was really expensive. Well, $24, but that's expensive to me, okay? And usually it doesn't take me this long for my lashes, but because I was trying this new formula, I had to kind of comb through. I mean, this video could be probably, maybe 12 or 13 minutes, but I did have to take a couple minutes just to comb through my lashes. And now I'm adding just a lip color. So I believe this is Velvet Teddy by MAC. So you can definitely add whatever lip color you want because this look is so basic. And then what I like to do is I will curl my lashes before and after mascara. I don't have any issues with like my eyelashes coming out on the eyelash curler. I just like that extra lift that it gives you. And then I'm going in with a black eyeliner to tightline my eyes. And that eyeliner is by Doucce Cosmetics in black. So again, I'm going to use my facial spray just to kind of set and refresh everything. And just give myself a little fan. And that's pretty much it, guys. So we got this done in 15 minutes. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Give this video a big old thumbs up. Subscribe if you are not subscribed, and I'll see you next time.